some confidence.
Absolutely. Partnership is needed this time. Full shot. Will she get a boundary? And finally she dived but couldn't save it.
Well flighted, met it on the full toss. A nicely driven shot there. She finds the gap. The ball wins the race. A rare but very satisfying boundary for Nigar Sultana. On the off stop and then turned away. Now appeal and given. Jyoti seems disappointed. Australia making inroads right away from the beginning with the new ball within the power play. That brings Nigar Sultana Jyoti into the crease. Another one of Bangladeshi women who've really stood up and has led the team so well, especially in the last couple of years. Not only has been she a good leader, she's also been very good with the bat. And we've got to know she really had that, healthy competition with Farzana Haq as to who would score the first century for Bangladesh in international cricket in ODIs. Farzana beat her to it. She's disappointed, but today gives her an opportunity. She has a lot of overs to play. Absolutely, and now she goes for a full-length delivery, nicely flicked off her legs. Can get a couple. Yes, that ends the over as well. Nigar Sultana gets off the mark. It's 11 for 2 Bangladesh after 4.
Garth has been relatively tighter with her lines.
Took a maiden and conceded just 7 runs from the 3 overs she bowled. Nigar Sultana Jyoti, the captain of Bangladesh, she needs to be there. Already 2 wickets down, and the first 2 matches, if you see, that was not that much impressive performance. So today, in this last match, they will try their best to come back.
That there is healthy swing on offer can be evidenced through the formation of the slip cordon, resembling one you would more often than not see in a test match. Lots of green and gold to the right of Alyssa Healy for the right-hander.
Into the stump. She tried to open her bat, but there was an inside edge. Not that much of confidence was there. Nigar Sultana Jyoti faced just 4 deliveries so far.
Kim Garth making her way back into the 11 was an interesting pick in my view, because there is Tyla Vlaming in the squad who is yet to get a game.
She came out and she tried to play on drive, but this time also couldn't connect. This is the shadow. Look at the replay. That was also an inside edge, and just beating with the swing.
Nigar would be thanking her stars that she was able to connect bat to the ball, for there was a high likelihood of the ball breaching her defenses and actually going on to crash into the stumps.
4 consecutive dot deliveries in this over. This time, outswinger. That's the variation you will expect from Kim Garth. First 4 deliveries, she went for the in-swinging, and in the 5th delivery, she went for the outswing. That was not easy for Nigar Sultana to pick this delivery.
Repaying the faith that Healy reposed in her by bringing her back into the 11 with a great start, disciplined start at that. Could go on to script another maiden, and she does.
And after 7, it's 24 for 2.
A pace-dominated power play this has been. Kim Garth and Elise Perry sharing the new ball have kept the leash on the Bangladeshi batters. 3 strikes already made. Garth, a former Ireland international, holds the unique distinction of being the only woman to have played international cricket for both Ireland and Australia. Was born in Dublin and made her debut at just 14 years old and went on to feature in 3 World Cups for Ireland before deciding to move to Australia, having had a bit of a taste of WBBL cricket in 2020. Became a permanent resident in Australia in 2022, which allowed her the opportunity to play in the WBBL as a local player. Given the skills she's shown on the international circuit as a teenager, starting with her debut as a 14-year-old, the Australian national selectors decided to give her a shy in green and gold, and she's repaid their faith excellently.
Into the good length in swinging delivery. Nigar Sultana Jyoti is very much watchful because she understands the situation and she needs to be there. And this time she's very much watchful.
I think one of the primary goals that the Bangladeshi batters should try to achieve from this ODI is, number one, ensure they play out the entire 50 overs. Second, should it be possible, get as close to that 150-run mark as possible.
Yeah, definitely, because first 2 matches we have seen that Bangladesh collapsed before the 100 milestone, and Aussie bowlers, they actually dominated tight races. So it's really important to stay on the wicket, play your natural game, and respect the good deliveries, wait for the loose one.
And Nigar is absolutely key to the proceedings. She comes with a cool head on her shoulders. Has shown a lot of clarity with her captaincy calls. Can soak in a lot of pressure with the bat in the middle as well. Now that they've lost pretty much all of the top order, the onus rests on the captain to try and string a partnership, the absence of which cost them dear in the first 2 ODIs.
And what do we think that they missed one top order batter to perform from the top order, to score big, to stay on the wicket. But that didn't happen. And today, watching the same scenario, they lost 3 top order batters. But Nigar Sultana, what you have mentioned correctly, that she is very much watchful today, and she understands the value of this match because this is the last ODI from this series. So there is something to show to the mighty Australia. This time it was Fuller. Opened her bat, but fielder was there. Dot to end this over. Another maiden from Kim Garth, and after 9 it's 26 for 3.
Bit of luck on their way, but Nigar Sultana Jyoti, she's leading the side. She's led the side well so far. What can she do? Can she take them to a decent total, a respectable total? That's what's been lacking. The first 2 ODIs, Bangladesh got bundled out in their 90s. First ODI, 95 all out in the 36th over. Second ODI, 97 all out, batting first in the 45th over.
But today, this is just 12th over going on and 5th wicket down. Into the patch, she tried for a flick. There will be another dot delivery. Annabel Sutherland on her second over.
Taking nothing away from Australia. That is why their top side, class apart. Lana King, player of the match in the first ODI. You know, with the new ball, bowling lengths continuously, consistently.
They're just exploiting the wickets very nicely, no doubt. This time in a good length and swinging delivery.
and reaping rewards. Previous delivery, it came back into the right-handed Jyoti off the deck. So they've managed to get the best out of the surface. 3 wickets for Garth, 2 for Ellis Perry. Speak of bowling in tandem. There's no...
Once again, down the leg, wide delivery. Bangladesh will get 1 run from here.
There's no point hanging in the past, Mahfouz.
Yeah.
You have to look forward. What can you do now? How can you make a fight back? It is the 3rd and final ODI. You've already lost the series. But you've got a T20 series to follow after this. Some runs under the belt will give some confidence.
Absolutely. Partnership is needed this time. Pull shot. Will she get a boundary? And finally she dived but couldn't save it. And it's a boundary.
It's those rare occasions when a Bangladeshi batter is playing the pull. They've bowled length. This time, back of a length. It was onto the pull. Very fine. Challenged the fielder at deep fine leg. Desperate dive from Kim Garth, but couldn't save the boundary.
Nigar Sultana, the captain, this time also in swinging delivery. And inside edge. And several times we have seen she came in front foot and played it very nicely. And most of the cases we have seen the ball kissed the inside edge.
The boundary she hit is only the 3rd boundary. Still plenty of overs left. She needs company, does Jyoti.
Appealing, but umpire unmoved. And this is to end this over with a dot delivery. And after 12, it's 37 for 5.
You're making your mark. Oh, fair bit of turn, bit of bounce, outside edge. It allows a single to the Bangladesh skipper. She's on 6, you know, and tells you a lot, Mahfouz, when she's just coming into bowl in the 15th over. Nicely played, inside out, doesn't have enough legs to go to the boundary, but the Bangladesh batters will come back for the 2nd.
Well flighted, met it on the full toss. A nicely driven shot there. She finds the gap. The ball wins the race. A rare but very satisfying boundary for Nigar Sultana.
A nice flick of the wrist. Made it into a low full toss. It was full. Sort of a bait, but she's taken it and played it away from the fielder. One of those rare occasions when the boundary has come in front of the wicket. Most of the boundaries today for Bangladesh have been behind the wicket, mostly of edges.
The full toss had a big contribution to it this time. She rectifies her length. Sophie Molyneux, player of the match in the previous game. It's one of the young spinners who came in. She's doing a great job. Yes, Jonathan had been the left arm orthodox spinner for Carter's been bowling in good lines, good channels, swept away this time. One of her go-to shots, Nigar Sultana, but there's protection in the deep. Just the one fielder in the outfield there, patrolling the boundary.
And for sure, they've done their homework well. It's not only doing your homework, but also about executing, not giving much away. Yes, Jyoti likes to play that sweep. As you mentioned, it's her go-to shot. There's the sweep, putting on the off stump and then turned away. Now appeal and given. Jyoti seems disappointed. Tanveer Ahmed raises the finger. Was she the last hope for the Tigresses? The captain, she has to make that long walk back as they celebrate, and elated are the ladies in green and gold, and why not?
Excellent there again from Sophie Molyneux, getting that extra turn. Yes, there might have been a slight touch from Jyoti's gloves. She was enticed to play that shot, but the extra turn and bounce, just look at that. Jyoti turned back, but seemed a bit surprised at the finger being raised by the umpire. If you look at it from another angle, it's a nice take behind the stumps as usual by the captain. Jyoti has to depart. Another disappointing knock from her. She goes off for 16, which is still the highest score for.
For more updates, subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the bell icon. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Download TSports app to enjoy exciting games and highlights. Visit tsports.com.